Today's video is brought to you by Mom Cozy. Hey new parents, I'm Brian and welcome to the Dad Life. First off, Happy New Year. We have a lot of new content in the works for this year and we're starting off strong by reviewing arguably one of the safest car seats out there right now for your little ones, and it's called the Babyark. I'll get into a lot of the safety features, some surprises, the design of the seat, some things to look out for, and also help you figure out if this is the right one for you or not. Now, we just got back from a long road trip where we've been using the Babyark for about 2 weeks over the holidays, and with the amount of driving, stopping, getting in and out of the car, I have a pretty good sense about this car seat and a couple of pro tips that might be helpful for you if you decide to get it also. So the Babyark is designed with a safety first mindset. Now you could probably say this about most car seats out there, but this would be more like the Tesla of car seats, where it takes safety to a whole new level. Now, whether you like Tesla or not, I'm not debating that. I'm referring primarily about the proven safety features of Tesla vehicles, which outperform pretty much every other vehicle on the market for every type of crash, impact, or rollover scenario, and it's because the car was built differently with safety in mind. Similarly, the Babyark meets all of the standard safety tests, but they've also designed over 200 other safety tests on their own to test out their car seats to their standards, which is above and beyond federal safety regulations. The additional tests that they've created cover vehicles traveling at higher speeds, varying baby weights, and in multiple positions, some even with the seat intentionally installed incorrectly, which adds a lot of confidence for me as a parent. They're able to design this next-gen car seat by using military-grade spiral technology, which absorbs energy differently and significantly better than other means. I've never seen this in a car seat, but because it's attached to the base, when it experiences a dramatic acceleration change or deceleration, the seat actually moves along the base and the spiral technology or the safe coil absorbs the energy versus the seat itself. The Babyark also looks really modern and slick, unlike our other car seats that are very functional, which is completely understandable. But being a designer myself, I was really glad to learn that this car seat was designed by a car design legend, Frank Steffensen, who was the former lead designer at BMW, Mini, Ferrari, Maserati, and McLaren. And you can really tell the difference between this car seat versus others where this is intentionally designed to be both functional and beautiful. And it definitely fits the modern tech-forward family vibe. A few first impressions. It's really solid and sturdy, and it's heavier than I expected. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I was surprised at the heft of the package when it arrived, and I think it's because it comes with this additional base where other convertible car seats don't always have this additional base. And I think for a car seat that you're not removing from a car on a regular basis, like an infant carrier, the amount of heft actually helps give you the perception that it's already a safer product. The Graco one that we also have is 19 pounds, and this Babyark is 27 pounds. We currently use the Graco Extend to Fit convertible seat for our toddler who's 3.5 years old now. And we've been using this since he was probably about 2 years old, I think. It's been about 1.5 years, ever since we switched him to a forward-facing position. And I'm also interested to see how much value the mobile app adds to the experience. This is the first smart car seat that I've tried, and I'm interested to see how this app helps ensure that the car seat is installed correctly, which is always a really nice thing, especially if this is the first time that you're installing one. From a pure design perspective, the shape was inspired by natural organic forms like the Fibonacci sequence, which you can find in nature very often, which also uses the golden ratio, and you can just tell by looking at it that it has a really unique yet beautiful organic aesthetic to the product. The semi-transparent plastic enclosure showing the reinforced strengthening rib design in the car seat is also a nice touch because it makes the design more accessible to non-design experts to see what makes the car seat really strong and safe. The magnetic buckle on the touch points are also a really nice affordance. They thought about the basic pain points of putting a child into a car seat, and one of the primary pain points is inevitably the straps that are always in the way or behind the baby, and you're spending more time trying to get the straps situated so you can get onto the road.
Having the magnets hold the straps out of the way while putting in your child is a huge benefit, and I absolutely love this feature.
But more than that, they've embedded electromagnetic sensors into the buckles to determine if the child is buckled, and this informs the smart notifications that you receive, letting you know that everything is good to go. Now, there are some things that I was surprised to see as well. The first one is that the tether that typically goes on top or behind the top of the car seat and hooks onto the back is actually neatly stowed away at the top of the car seat. And it has so many other features in addition to all the standard features that you would typically see in a car seat that I haven't seen before. One of those is the side impact bar, which is unique, and it's a really good idea, especially for side collisions. Like I've said before, it does come with a smart base. Now, along with this theme of if the worst should ever happen, the notifications that are sent are very helpful, especially if for some reason you might need a reminder that you might have left precious cargo in the back seat.
The LEDs help indicate if the seat is installed correctly and if your little one is buckled in. And our toddler loves going, "It's green," when he's all strapped in and ready to go.
This definitely adds to the peace of mind that I'm looking for as a parent. Now, having used this for a long road trip and for a few weeks after that, there are some things that you might want to look out for. You'll have to charge the base periodically in order to get notifications and the smart features from the app. Like, don't forget your kid in the back. You can keep the USB cable plugged into the base and connect it to an outlet or a port in your car if that's convenient. Otherwise, you're going to need to recharge the base every 3 to 4 weeks in order to get the smart notifications from the base. And it'll take about 2 hours for a full charge. That's what I found, at least. Is that the most convenient thing? Not really. But it's not a deal breaker for the potential benefits that you would gain. Now, besides 1 or 2 times where the notifications were a little bit delayed, I haven't experienced any noteworthy issues with the car seat yet. Now, a couple pro tips. Something that took me a minute to figure out was how to pull out the shoulder straps. And due to the sturdy design, the button that you depress to release the shoulder straps seems to have like 2 different levels, and you have to apply more force than other car seats that I've tried to unlock the straps, and then you can pull them out. So that's one thing that you'll just have to kind of experiment with. And the second pro tip, for those of you who are used to using the top tether strap, if your car manual allows you to use the base with the loading leg, then you don't need to use the top tether strap. This will cause the seat to incline a little bit too far backwards, and it'll actually prevent the safety coil inside from working properly. So if you use the base by itself in your car, you do not need the top tether. This is also reflected in the manual. So this is all great, but should you get it? It kind of depends on your situation. My personal take is that since the carrier is fairly hefty, I don't think it's designed to be removed from the car every day like a typical infant carrier. While it is designed to carry kids from the infant stage and up, both rear-facing and forward-facing, you'll most likely be putting the infant in and out of the car with the car seat installed in the car. And depending on the size of your car, it can get a little bit tight inside. And it may not be the most ergonomic solution for many people, but if this is convenient for you, then go for it. In our situation, having an infant carrier that we can remove from the car and carry it with us wherever we're going, or even transferring it directly into our stroller, is easier for us. So where I see this being the most practical for us is actually with our older child who is currently in a convertible car seat, which stays in the car the whole time. Our child can climb in and out of the seat on their own, which is also very helpful. I see this mainly as a direct competitor to convertible car seats versus removable infant carriers. So once your little one outgrows the infant carrier stage, then this might be the perfect solution. All right, and now the price. I can't lie to you here. It's pricier than most options out there. And after thinking about this a lot, I was thinking, why would anyone buy this if you had other cheaper options? Are you paying it for the design? Probably not. What you're paying for is the confidence that if the worst should ever happen, you have the best chance of keeping your precious cargo safe. And from that perspective, I think it certainly could be well worth the cost, but that's just one person's opinion. So if you choose to get one, consider using the links below because it helps support this channel at no extra cost to you. And you'll also be able to get a free cup holder with your unit. Once you go to the website, find the car seat that you want and add it to your cart. And then find the cup holder under the accessories section and add that to your cart. Then at checkout, enter the code DADLIFE and that will give you the cup holder for free. I also want to thank Mom Cozy for being a partner of this channel, and if you've been following the channel, you know that I think that Mom Cozy has some of the best products for new parents. I've reviewed a few products and compared them with the competition, and it always surprises me how much better the Mom Cozy products are. Some of our favorites are the Auto Baby Bottle Washer, which is literally one of the most used products in our house right now, and it's a complete game changer. And the other is a breast milk cooler that they have, which is definitely a top recommendation for any parents that need to keep milk cold on the go. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you found this helpful, please go ahead and subscribe below. Help us try to get to our goal of 100,000 subscribers this year and grow the Dad Life community. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next one.